Good morning, esoteric explorers. So, I'm gonna continue doing my morning routine, getting ready for work. But I wanted to go over my experiences from last night and see if y'all have been kind of like experiencing the same thing. So, the main thing that I kind of wanted to go over was, like I said, every night I work on the velo technique, exteriorization technique, interiorization technique to cleanse my energy, cleanse my room, but also that gets you into once you do that, then you're able to work on astraling and work on OBing and leaving your body. So, but what I've noticed is how quickly I'm able to leave my body. Like usually, okay, it's, I don't want to say every day is the same. And like I've said before, I feel like there's different times of the month, different times of years where it's like, sometimes it's harder to leave. Sometimes it's easier to get in theta. Sometimes it's so easy to go astral. Sometimes your body just jumps into it, and other times like I'll be working on my energy for an hour and I'm not getting anything. I'm not even getting into theta state. So I feel like this energy since the last full moon, whatever happened from the last full moon, the energy is just like strong, and just like I'm able to jump so fast into leaving my body. So last night I was working on my energy for like maybe not even 15 minutes, probably not even that. Maybe 15 minutes at the most 15 minutes, okay? And I start to feel the leaving sensations. First I want to say, I start feeling my blocks, so I'm pushing through my blocks, right? I have blocks, God, I forget the names, but I have a block here. I guess I have a block here. I have a little block here. And usually my blocks are my crown chakra and my pineal gland, but I swear to God, my crown chakra, I used to never even feel it. So I know it was closed, but now my crown chakra is literally here. So it is completely, since that moon, it opened up. Like my crown chakra is open now. So my crown chakra is open, my pineal gland's good. I felt that working, so I'm like, okay, those are good, right? But I had other blocks, so I was pushing through those blocks. I was barely working on going up, putting the energy up. So I was not even doing velo, I was not even working on getting my vibration up, and my body went into the leaving sensation. And it's crazy, so I kind of want to explain it how it felt for me last night. Like I said, I'm not always the best at meditation, but I swear to God, I think that's how it is. It just goes so dark, and you literally mentally feel yourself kind of falling into a darkness, and you're like pulling away. And I just kept telling myself, like, go into that. And I go and I pull away, and like, it's a mental thing. But it almost looks kind of like darkness, like you're pulling away. Like as if a video camera was like pulling away into the dark. It like kind of felt like that mentally, right? So that starts happening, and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm going into it already so fast. So once I knew I was going into it, I started trying to raise my vibration, make the energy go up and down. And then so this is what I wanted to talk about, was the sensations that I was feeling. So I've astraled before, but I swear like almost every time is different, and then I learn something new every time. This one was pretty slow. I wasn't yanked out of my body like a couple other days where I freaked out. This one was a little bit slower, but oh my God, you guys, it felt so good. And I still felt that sensation where I could feel my soma, my human body, but not so much. But I could still feel it there. And especially my fiance was like kind of moving, and he twitches, so I can feel him like moving my body and twitching me. But I'm still sensing me astraling. And so like you get so light. You get so light that like your astral, you feel like a balloon. Like, you know how a balloon like kind of bobs up and down in like the wind or whatever? Your astral feels like it's like bobbing up and down. So I'm like, you're like literally floating. You are floating, right? So you're like, I'm like moving up and down, bobbing up and down, slowly moving up and down. And so sometimes I'll feel myself a little bit above my body, and then sometimes I'm like, you know how you can go beneath your body and fall out through your body underneath your bed. So where's my chai? Okay, sorry you guys. So I'm feeling it like go floating around, floating up, floating down. Hold on, I gotta put it really quick. Sorry, y'all. Gotta get my chai going. This is why I really need to learn how to edit, dude. Because of this nonsense right here. Okay, so I'm feeling my body floating up, floating down, right? Oh, that was the other thing. The other sensation was he had Luis Venero had wrote in the book that you don't, I mean, in your astral body, you don't have to breathe. You don't have your heart. You don't have like all that stuff in you. So you feel lighter, right? But I didn't realize that. I mean, I kind of realized it when I was astraling. Like I said, it feels so good. Your body is so light. Like, I remember I went to bed. I was still kind of full from eating. So my stomach was a little full. And when you're in bed, you can feel like my leg touching my leg, my foot touching my foot, this touching that, you know, like, but when you're in astral, all those sensations are gone. It's nothing. It's like, it's weird. It's like you have this sense of yourself, but you don't, like my stomach that I felt like was like full, it's gone. It's like, and I get, yeah, it's all gone. And like, when I was, how I noticed was when I came back, was I started to hear and feel my heart again. Like if you're chilling, going to bed, you can feel your heart, right? But when I was astraling, I was like, holy shit, that was gone. I'm sorry, you guys, I cussed. I was like, oh my God, that was gone, you know? And that's how I knew for sure I was astraling too, was that like the sensations of like my stomach being full, feeling my other body parts and hearing my heartbeat and feeling my heartbeat, all that stuff was gone. You don't have any of that because you don't have any of that in your astral body, right? So just those sensations feel like that's, you know, it feels like that, like you're so light, you're none of that is in there. It's just, oh my God, it was amazing. So you feel that, like you feel so light, you're floating, like floating up and down. So I'm like, okay, let's try to astral. Like I'm already here, my body's left, like let's go somewhere. I want to do. So that's my still intention, is to do that. So this, I'm at a 90%, 95% lucidity, maybe even 100% lucidity. And I'm like, okay, that I still want to, let's go somewhere. I want to go. Like, yes, I left my body. I'm astraling, let's go, right? So I work on one of the techniques where you pretend like there's a rope and you're pulling yourself up through the rope. So I am feeling myself, my astral body going up and up and up. And I swear, and I feel it going up towards the ceiling. And then I'm going up through, my like attic, and then I'm like up above my house. But for some reason I felt my astral body going up, but I just never went anywhere. I was never able to see, and all through this time it was like a darkness. I didn't see anything. I didn't see my house. I didn't see my body, but it was like a darkness, but I could feel my astral body bobbing up and down. And when I was pulling on the rope, imagining my astral body was going up. For whatever reason, I didn't take off, and then I came back to my body, and that's when I was able to feel like, oh, my heart beating again, breathing again, my stomach being full again, feeling my feet, feeling my body parts, you know, like I was like, oh my God, like I'm back, like I feel all this now, you know. So yeah, oh my God, I don't know, it was crazy, it was nuts. I feel like I kind of want to go into more what I was thinking last night, but God, I don't know. I wanted it to be a fast video. But I don't know, maybe it'll kind of help somebody. So I was thinking last night, this is like maybe like trauma stuff, you know, if you don't want to listen to it, you don't have to. So those sensations that I felt when I left my body was very similar to when I was addicted. I was addicted to opioids and I was addicted to heroin. Those sensations of feeling nothing was, and how good that felt and how light you feel was very similar to doing those drugs back in the day. And so that's why I just started thinking like, maybe that's has a little something to do, is that like we are missing that, you know? So then like when we find that outside of us in a drug, because we don't know how to do it ourselves, to actually do the takeoff ourselves and go to astral ourselves, that we miss that. We miss that feeling. We miss that feeling of like leaving this body, of like kind of being weightless, of like not feeling way down from all this, you know? Like if you're in pain a little bit, like you don't feel it when you're astraling. So I don't know, I just kind of had the thought, like, I mean, there's different reasons why we all get addicted to what we do, right? But I was just thinking like, maybe that has a little bit of part, because I felt very similar, that leaving, you know, that very lightness, floating, not feeling the body parts, like it felt very similar to a type of high, right? So I don't know if, you know, like there's different reasons, like I said, why we all pick up, but maybe that's another small reason kind of why we do get addicted, because you want to feel that sensation, you know, like we're craving that sensation of leaving our body. But there's a way to do it naturally. And so, you know what, Luis does say this in the book, that you can achieve this and you can achieve takeoff with drugs. It's just not fucking necessary. It's not necessary. You can do it yourself. You can work on it yourself. If you're working on your energy, you can do this takeoff and leave your body and, you know, feel those sensations on your own. You don't need drugs. So I don't know, maybe triggering a little bit, but I was just thinking about that last night. It really felt really similar, because it feels good. It feels so good. You're so relaxed. You're like floating. You're literally floating up and down. You don't feel anything. Like I said, I keep going back to, I felt that discomfort of going to bed a little bit full, and that's just gone. Your stomach is gone. Your heart is gone. You don't feel your heart anymore. You don't feel it beating. You don't breathe. It's just light. Like, oh my God, it's just amazing. Okay, so this is already getting long. I just wanted to know if y'all have been working on your energy lately every night. If you guys have been finding that the takeoff sensations are really fast lately too. So love y'all. Bye.